And we're back. So last video I did, we were playing as the Swordsman from a full gameplay reset. So now we have Shrine and Milestone here. I'm going to be playing as the Cleric as a full reset here. So here's what we got. 20% health, some movement speed, pickup range, damage, and attack range. And we have no more gold to show for it. So I'm actually going to refund this health and go for something else. I think attack range will be helpful. And even area size could be helpful. So focus more on the damage than the defense. So we're going to hover the Cleric here. Cleric no longer has multi-strike of 2. I really miss this, but you know, it is what it is. They did change the attack speed a bit, crit chance, crit bonus, etc. Has some pretty strong knockback there, 20. Movement speed updated to 4.5. I don't know what it was before, but they kind of just overviewed kind of a bunch of different stats. All the level up stats are just a flat number now. Instead of every 10 levels, you get a certain thing. So it gets regen and damage per level, and gets attacks per level as well. So slowly but surely builds up to a faster attack speed. So we do not have a well yet, and our quest is actually to enter the Ember Grounds and rescue the Well Keeper. So we shall do that. One of these quests. There we go. Must be completed in one run. So we will be going to the Ember Grounds. No setup, no items, no potions. Here we go. The Well Keeper is to our southwest. The Cleric has the mechanic of splitting all 1,000 of his damage between all enemies that are hit. So the bigger the area, the worse we are for individual enemies. So I'm going to go for a movement speed to get to the Well Keeper here. Got some attack speed going on here. Got attack speed and damage going on here. Got some early levels. Here we go. Go some attack speed. Some damage. Well, Keeper's literally right there.
Praise the gods, another mortal soul. I beg of you,
Release him from the cage. Wow, those are not very interesting. I don't care for much of that, so we'll just go for the crit bonus. Get the key. Here we go. So if I can isolate a single enemy here, we're doing 1,300 damage. There's a book for lore in each area, and I think it tells you like kind of a quest on how to beat the boss. I believe each boss has a kind of a secret to them that weakens them. We are struggling for hitting enemies here.
you're back.
I'm back!
Free me from this.
Yeah, we'll free you. Here you go. Run! Right through all the enemies, apparently. Do some range. Might be able to kill some singular enemies here. Would love some more movement speed. So like last video, I am going to be running kind of directly towards one of the scrolls. You do have to beat the region to get the scroll or the tome at the beginning of the area. And we don't have that yet. The Cleric does Affliction and Fragile, as can be seen above their heads. I think it's Affliction and Fragile. Maybe it's Affliction and Weak. Something like that. Either way, has two different status effects. It's been kind of updated to do that way. Because our damage is split, range and area bonuses are actually hurting us really bad right now. So, we just need to get a little bit more damage. Maybe a pickup would be good. Kind of aim for the sides here. Kill some of the side guys. Light some stuff on fire. Yeah, there we go. Fire damage. The best kind of damage. Start dealing with fire slimes here. They are actually apparently faster than me. Bob and weave. See if we can get the boss to walk through that. Yes, we did. Make use of your surroundings. Okay, we will try to get the boss to walk through there. Not sure if he actually hit it. Oh, we'll hit this though. Yeah, light on fire. So the slimes do kind of just zigzag constantly, which means that you have to kind of zigzag too. Go with lightning strikes, one of my favorites. But also I think it's just good here. I would like to kill this boss. Hopefully he'll give me an item. Almost literally any item would be good right now. An ability would be great as well. 20 damage magic. Yeah, I'll do it. Damage is damage, and we're still mainly using our main hand weapon. Now that we have an ability, and soon to have a second ability if we can get to it safely. This is a hard one. I'm gonna go with Phantom Needles. First quest of the run. Go some long fingers. We're not picking up from very far away right now. We're starting to pick off stragglers with the different abilities that we picked up. That's good. As things become singular enemies, we'll do a lot more damage. The Cleric, at least in the past, was really good at killing singular bosses. Just walking up and whoa, this guy is just stepping on me. Please no. Please no. That was painful. That just happened. That's a lot of base gear that we can use.
You've earned my deepest respect.
Well, because I wanted to do a base run here, I am going to try that again. We die a second time, and it's just not meant to be. So here we go. I wanted the runs to be kind of feeling like you're unlocking things the first time. So even though I died there, I don't want to just use the ground, the well keeper and stuff. So we will be focusing on just kind of the edges of the mob, if we can. Kind of keep things dead. We can hit less enemies by angling out. Get some early movement speed if we can find it. Some better levels, maybe. So many status effects. Let's angle sideways here. Well, it's not bad to angle straight into the middle of the pack. It's just that we want that kind of snowball effect of the experience. And then we're going to start dealing with some of these guys, and it's just going to get harder and harder to kill stuff unless we have some luck. Just do health. We got some shielded dudes. Walk through the fires. I will make an interesting, possibly controversial claim that if you are not able to walk away from enemies, if the game's design does not allow you to actually move faster than the enemies, it might be a bad design. What I mean by this is, since this game is quite literally just walking and auto-aim and stuff like that, there's a certain level of progression that is expected, of course. But if enemies are so fast to the extent that your character cannot walk away, by default, I don't know. It just feels like you're not really allowed to play the game up to a certain point. You're not allowed to play the game naked, so to say. Now, obviously, I have like nothing in the game unlocked almost. So that's a big statement. But that last boss, that mini boss, the second one, it just wiped the floor with me because I couldn't walk away from him. I could sidestep him and he would just sidestep me right back. However, the game gives you the Wellkeeper right away, pretty much. So, there is some expectation of early progress that you would have the Wellkeeper's default boot to keep you functioning. And that is really your default speed and not your character's current actual speed. Because, well, you're getting it within 2 runs probably. Or I did at least. So maybe, you know, 3 or 4 runs at most. Hopefully on like a brand new account, brand new player, somebody that's never played this kind of game maybe. That kind of stuff. Walk through the fire! We haven't gotten no buffs. There it is. That guy's down. Now to actually get to the stuff there. This time I'm going to take some health. If I see it, the range is going to hurt us more so than it's going to help us. I cannot get in here. There we go. I'm going to take Arcane Splinters because they are magic damage. That might help us a little bit. They just kind of sit on the ground. Which is why I feel like their effect is sometimes not seen as well. They don't do a crazy amount of damage, but when enemies just kind of stand on them, they do. They just sit there and just spin. Let's get some base defense, just in case. I'm only taking the defensive stats here over, say, crit. And I don't want the area right this moment because I'm not actually like one-shotting entire waves. So the area is not helpful so much. In a case like this, the Longfinger Glove pickup might be actually the correct multi-strike, yeah. The correct choice is to go up there because we're not picking up a lot of these gems. And we did get one pickup of abilities, so here's the enemy. So after he breathes, he kind of does that, and then he runs at you. I'd rather get hit by a regular enemy than him. It's something. Ah. Yeah, so just wearing some basic boots here would make this run go a lot easier. Like, just 20% movement speed right there. That alone would make it so that I could walk away from him. And the game, I think, is really trying to tell you that right there. So, yeah, it is what it is. We will do a run now with everything going on. base defense. So you get gloves, boots, and chest piece, but you do not get anything else. There you go. And you get 2 options for each one. You got defensive boots. You got kind of utility gloves. This is good for just picking up experience early on. I'm going to take the attack speed, though. Naturally. We do have some more gold. I'm gonna just dump that some places here. So we got some defense and movement speed, some extra health. We got like 1 point and just about everything. Health regeneration can go away. So the game is not expecting you to play how I was playing, obviously. And you'll have a lot more access to things in the future with potions and items and such. Early game damage will be significantly higher in later phases of the game. And if I was using, say, the warrior, swordsman on this level, it might be going a lot better. It could just be that this level just really doesn't favor the cleric at the moment. I could have sworn it favored it in the past, though. Like, I went straight here, used the cleric, and just demolished it the first time I ever played. I am going to go for area and range this run. We've got more attack speed. You do have the status effects going on. And while the damage is split and it's technically worse in the sense of it all, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to play against my better judgment. And it will probably work out better. Because my judgment so far has been to die. So, there you go. Get some pickup range. So, let's see here. This character has, you know, some really high base damage. It's split across all enemies. We've got 8% experience gain from our quest board here. So, obviously, if you were my previous save file, you'd be getting something like 82 or 84 or something like that experience, and it's just crazy difference in the player experience of playing the game. We have a critical chance of 20% and critical bonus of 100%. So if I were to pick up a critical chance trait, we would be only getting, wow, I can't talk. Going from 20% to 22%. I don't think that's a great difference in crit. I really preferred the old system of crit. And we don't have any marks or anything going on yet, so is what it is. Swift Feet 2. We had Swift Feet 2 last time and it didn't save us, but we do have the boots this time. And Swift Feet is now a base movement speed instead of a percentage movement speed. Oh, there was a 20% magic there. I didn't see it fast enough. I was just trying to pick quick. So slowly but surely we do whittle down the pack due to just massive amounts of stacks of stuff here. We are still going to probably struggle quite a bit. So area increases the width of the cone, range increases the depth. We're doing good damage. We're critting here and there. So an example why I get frustrated with some things in games like specifically crit. 10% chance to crit goes from 20% to 22%. Our crit damage right now is plus 100%. So we have a 2% chance of plus 100%, which basically translates to a 2% bonus in damage. it's not great. And then we've got entire other, and it is multiplicative, but it's still not great. Where even just a 10% damage talent, especially this early in our profile save file, 10% damage is not going to have the linear diminishing returns that I talk about a lot. You know, if you have 300% bonus damage, then, you know, getting another 10% is not so great. But when we have, like, what do we got? What do we got? You know, we got 34%. And this is probably a bad idea. Lightning strikes. Go. Like a Pokemon. I'm throwing it out. Ooh. Weaving through these enemies. Just barely. Yeah, we want that 30% damage. So we just went from 34 to 30, or to 64. That's a huge difference. So, like, that crit chance, not that huge of a difference. At this point in time. Now, one of the things is that crit chance is global, where we just got main hand weapon damage. So that crit chance would apply to lightning strikes, which has a higher crit chance. We are going to be dealing with 3 bosses really soon here if we don't kill one of them. So here's magic attack speed. I'm going to take the damage right now. We do have attack speed, 30% there. So we're not hurting. We don't have none, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if we're doing better or worse than last time. If we can get a third Swift Feet, that'd be great. We are not going to get a third Swift Feet. We'll do the attack speed here. Come on. There we go. Get off me. Go away. Go away, bird. Gargoyle thing. That's magical. We're going to take the magical. So, Radiant Aura. Go figure. We probably unlocked this from doing such and such amount of magic damage. We'll just do the area here. And now if anything gets close to us, it does these little bursts. Kind of faint. I've got my opacity turned down. But it helps. It has the exact same weakness that our main hand weapon already has, so that does not help us right now. Not as much, I should say. We're about to go to the next phase, which means we're going to be seeing the next boss. We're going to be dodging that boss and this boss at the same time. It's going to suck. There he is. There he is. I'm going to see if I can focus this guy down a little bit. He's in our face. The lightning strikes. The lightning strikes are doing work. There it is. Flame Dancer is gone. So here we have some items. The chainmail is probably not as good as the blood-soaked shirt here. But we also potentially might want to take some of this stuff into the well. We have the well now. So this little icon here means we've not claimed it. This means that's like a green treasure chest there. I think what happened with the Flame Dancer is he just got hit by a bunch of lightning strikes all at once. And some electrify damage there. Just ate him alive. Oh, that's my attack. I don't have to dodge the green ones. But even with the movement speed boots, the Flame Dancer still hit us once by basically just standing on us. So, there you go. There you have it. Two levels of movement speed and movement speed boots, and he was still extremely fast and capable of basically standing on top of us for a couple seconds. There's Swift Feet 3. I don't expect to actually beat the level on the first run. I got pretty close on the Swordsman. I'm sure there's others that can. You practiced enough, I'm sure there's some really good players out there. "22 minutes left. One recommendation, especially if you've made this far, one recommendation is if you can not get somewhere in this game, try a different loadout, but also try to go for quests. Get those achievements, get that experience bonus, get the new items, get the next whatever. Just because you unlock the next class may not mean that they're the best class for that area. Kind of like what's going on here. This is a lot of fire. Let's see, is our Necromancer's Clutch doing work? Not particularly. Not terrible. Just go for range. Oh, here we go. Let's move. So every time the boss goes a certain distance off the screen, he respawns within a certain distance of us. Don't know if it's a random distance or if it's kind of in the way of where we're at. It's like he might spawn on the left or the right. I don't know. 1.5 million damage. So most likely that unlocked something related to Radiant Aura or character's own attributes and traits. Since it was magic damage that it was focused on. This character does do magic damage. Which means that some items will not work for them. I'm not sure which ones. But there's some items that are like, only works on melee, or only works on physical, or only works on main hand weapon, or something like that. So keep track of those when you're equipping items and expecting a loadout to work. And then just pray that the developers have updated the text. Because this is an early access title. I took a bunch of traits and talents for, attack speed magic or... Yeah, I'll take the attack speed magic. We'll just take force. So we picked up a long finger pickup glove thing, which now is going to vacuum up all of the stuff on the ground. Always get a ton of levels when that happens. Swift Feet 4? You do also get achievements for leveling things up to like level 3, like abilities and stuff. You get achievements for, I think, hitting level 60 and level 100, or level 60. Level 30 and level 60 for each character. Each character has a challenge area where they have to be used on a specific location. And when they are used on that specific location, they are... you have to get to Agony 3 and you unlock something major. You typically have to do damage relating to an ability to unlock its variants. So like deal 10 million damage with lightning strikes. And then you'll unlock like explosive lightning strikes, which deal like a little bit of fire damage and like light the ground on fire and stuff like that. Since this run is a reset, I'm trying to talk a little bit closer towards new people instead of old people that have seen a lot of my videos or that have played the game a ton. The game is relatively popular, I think, for an indie game, especially in early access. But there's not a lot of data out there, so a video or a comment, you know, might be able to help you out, hopefully. So we're doing like 3,000 damage a hit now. 72 on a crit. 7,200. Still worming our way towards this other scroll. Did a scroll just appear on the ground somewhere? I don't know. There wasn't a scroll over there before, right? Something just randomly die? Apparently, something randomly died over here. So to get a level 2 of an ability, you do need level, or an alternate ability. You need level 3 in the traits of that ability. So if you're picking up scrolls before then, you're not going to see those traits. And then once you have one, you need like level 6 or something for the same thing to happen again, so you can get a third tier or second alternate power. And then there's only, you can only get 2 of these little chevrons. So the hope here would be to get another one for lightning strikes. And there's explosive strikes right there. So I don't know if we had to unlock that or not. That was just an example earlier. We'll just take that. Looks like there's no alternative on that level. I couldn't right-click it. Didn't we just kill something like this? So how fast you start out, how strong you are at like level, 1 and 5 and 10 is going to snowball your success a lot of the time. So using the Wellkeeper to your advantage, this is actually one of my arguments against smart loot. These are magic. I'll take those. One of my arguments against smart loot is that you might want a certain way to start the area. And I'm not saying smart loot is bad. Smart loot is used to allow you to hunt your green items. So if you're wearing like 2 different like Necromancer Clutch and something else, the Rat Ring or something, you can get the green variant of those in the run. But I would love an option to toggle it off. There's nothing really in the game that tells you that it exists other than a patch note that started talking about it at one point. But it means that your green item variants are going to be significantly more common than any other item that you're going to find in the run. And due to loot pollution, excuse me, not loot pollution, but pool pollution, this is totally understandable that this is a desired effect. What do I mean by that? If there are 20 items in the pool, you have a 1/20th or 3/20ths, because there's 3 items when you pick up a treasure chest. 3/20ths of those items are going to show up. And then if you're wearing an item, the green variants will show up. So if you're lucky, you might get a green variant, but it'll be something, if there was not smart loot, it would be something that you might not want. So that's kind of the idea behind the smart loot. And I totally understand and agree with it existing. I just wish there was a toggle. Or, just some alternate playstyles that might be of value within not needing it, I guess is the best way to put that. I can't really do much with these traits. I don't have any potions. When I say potions, I mean rerolls. For anyone that's new here. We will eventually have a potion maker where you collect reagents, and those reagents in potion bottles, you have to actually collect the potion bottles like you do items, and take them to the well and put them up. Pull them up. And then they give you rerolls. Well, not all of them give you rerolls, but there's one for abilities, there's one for items, and then there's one for regular traits for rerolls. Then there's one to remove traits, and one to remember traits, so you lock... I can't show it here. Next level up, I'll kind of highlight what I mean, but... You'll be able to lock one of the traits to the screen. There's 4 traits. So it'll be highlighted, and it will be stuck on that page until you learn it or banish it. Which will allow you to take, say, this one doesn't have it, but that one doesn't have it either. But normally there's like 2 variants of something, so you could like memorize one, take the other, or reroll to find the other, and then you'd be able to take both of them. So one might be attack speed, one might be crit, and you'd be able to memorize it, and it's called a memory potion. You'd be able to memorize it and take the next one, the next round. Then there's the duplicate potion. Super powerful, crazy powerful. Absolutely insane. So our character does heal. So Scars of Toil is not going to be very useful in this setup, although it could be useful in the future. So I'm actually going to take it, and I'm going to probably go to the well. Because we're getting 6% damage. It's actually really powerful. Nonetheless, it is for every certain point of missing health. There, your text is broken again on that, developers. I'm sorry. They've been doing so much work, and then some things are just breaking. So yeah, we got past that, second boss, and we've been going kind of free since. After 2 failed runs, of course. Those were rough, though. There was not a whole lot I could do. You can sidestep it, but the dude just moves so quickly. I'm sure there's someone else out there that will probably tell me that you can totally do it without the boots, without the movement speed bonus. Well, that might be true, but apparently I'm not good enough. And I don't think you're expected to be that good at the game at that point in the game. Kill 5,000 enemies. We're slowly moving towards the well. There is another scroll over there. I am sad that it is over there. What's happening, I think, is lightning strikes and arcane splinters are hitting things that are off the screen. Quick hands 5. All of these are physical. I'll do astronomer's orbs. They're not very good here, but they're cool looking. I've done entire builds on astronomer's orbs. It's really funny to see something like 25 orbs just spinning as fast as possible. One of the alternate pickups, the chevron bonus things, is inner ring. So you get 3 here, and then you get like 3 more on the inside. It might, I'm not sure if I'm remembering this incorrectly, but it might also give extra orbs as well. Gives an inner ring and an extra orb or something. And then these are considered summons. So astronomer's orbs work really well with like the warlock and some other stuff. And summon quantity. It counts summon quantity. And then their attack speed scales up a movement speed because they're rotating, so like they're passing through things. So it's a weird little thing there, but go for the defense. Well, the max health. I'm not taking a lot of damage individually, like as I'm moving through the game, so I don't need a regeneration of my health so much as I just need to survive like a burst of damage. And I might not even need to survive a burst of damage per se, but you know, we're 9 minutes away from the boss. Where's the bucket? I forgot where I was going. We're getting pinned in here. These spitter enemies are really fun. I say dryly. They hide under the ground and they spit these waves of energy at you. I literally went past it. Where is it? Oh, it's right next to the book. That's why it confused me. Moving kind of zigzag around here. Not sure if I can safely get to it without perfect zigzag. We're going to take this off and send it up. Make these move faster. Your attack range, your global range bonus, does affect these orbs, causing them to spin farther away from you, which can be both good and bad. If your character's more melee, it can be good because it softens stuff up for your melee. But if you're not dealing with a lot of damage, like if you're not dealing with damage issues, excuse me, then it's maybe not as good. Where you can actually electrify them and get some status effect stuff going on. Gonna move towards these gloves. Looks like there's a pickup down here as well. I will start taking the crit chance bonuses here. An option, or even just a built-in default, something that I might recommend to the developers. I probably will not post on the forums at all, really. I just like playing the game and talking about it for the most part, but if perchance the developers were to see this video, or somebody that's watching this video wants to make a post, the pickup gloves and the tome stuff and the things on the side that are showing up, It might be nice for those to be smaller the farther away they are, and then also bigger the closer they are until they're on the screen. This will help you identify where they are in the space of the world. The world is very large. Just a simple change, just a small scaling slider that, let's do this. That would help you, like, see kind of things in the distance as smaller, kind of a perspective view. It's a very natural design. What's the right word? Implicit. Kind of an implicit design. We are as humans with eyeballs used to seeing things smaller when they are farther away. As I said, the Cleric, just once it gets going, it just does damage. And you can kind of pop an entire wave of enemies with like 1 or 2 hits, instead of having to circle them over and over and over like I was earlier in the run. Not only that, we've actually outleveled our previous run with the Soldier. I think the Soldier did not... Pretty sure the Soldier did not hit 60, as that is an achievement, and I don't think we hit the achievement. There we go. There's an achievement, Arcane Splinters. So now we have a giant burrowing snake thing. I believe you can only hit its head, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Looks like its body has a lot of block. I don't know if that's how that works. I do actually really enjoy the AI variety in this game, where enemies will zigzag or beeline or encircle you. This enemy is not just beelining straight at me. It is kind of zigzagging nearby me and then beelining and then zigzagging. Very natural feeling. It is burrowed under the ground. I can't hit it anymore. We're taking some hits here from purple waves, but we have enough defense at the moment that it's not that big of a deal. We're not playing on Agony 5. The Shrine of Torment is a thing that's going to be coming in a future patch, I guess. So when we get news, I will post more on that. That spine right there is probably the spine of one of these things dead. Lightning Strike Mastery, there you go. So now we probably unlocked something special with Lightning Strike because we did a certain amount of damage with it. Radiant Mastery. Please get off me. Please go away. Like, mimicked my movements on accident there. That was weird. Health potion or 2 would be nice right now. There we go. It died. The Worm Queen. We got some leapers in here. Oh, we picked up some cheese. That's good stuff. Can't figure out if I can safely do this, so I'm just going to take some damage. This ring, good for the abilities. Oh, maybe not that one. Terrible for this character. I love this ring. It's really bad on this character, in my opinion, because the base damage that this character already does is 1,000. And then gains a little bit more base damage as it levels up, too. So, we'll go with crit damage bonus. Word of the wise, if you do not take the health things, traits, you can take them at some point and gain health. Not much, but it's something. Radiant Aura Specialist. So, well, I doubt we'll hit level 2 with that in the 2 minutes that we have left of the run. But we can always try. One thing I like about this game, and it's kind of a little bit of an addictive quality to gaming in general, but is the achievement hunter mentality, where there's literally hundreds of achievements in this game. I think 310 in my last video is what we saw. And I'm sure there's more to come. And it's just, there's a certain like level of euphoria, you know, clicker games, idle games, you know, this survivors genre games. I personally enjoy achievement hunting. I don't do it on a lot of games though, because it becomes a black hole. Not every achievement is worthwhile to chase, probably. Especially when we're talking like more like Steam achievements or like crazy challenge achievements. This game is a game that I will very likely get all the achievements in because of how it's designed. You are intended to get every achievement, whether you're, you know, kind of average or elite at the game. We are getting bombarded with enemies here, but it is the last 30 seconds now. $18, $14, $11. Okay. There's a potion and some cheese. Nice. Popping off right before the boss. And everything dies. Okay. Oh. A lot of aerial denial here. We'll see if I can actually do anything here. Okay. Radiant Aura doing work. As expected. Cleric doing work against a boss, as expected. Cleric is like the boss killer. Oh my gosh. Oof. It was just turning into me, though. There we go. We actually beat the level. I don't know if Torment shards literally do anything yet, but that is a new effect. And also, picking that up creates a portal now. It didn't used to have a portal. It used to just end the level. So, yeah, we did a bunch of achievements there. Good stuff. Lord of Regret. We unlocked Agony Mode. So there we go. And Survivor 1. Kill a Lord. We can now revive. So if we come over to this guy, we now can buy this item, Scars of Toil. This is one of my favorite items. I like mixing it with things like Mask of Madness. I haven't used it so much since the new Mask of Madness has happened, but I would recommend, unless you really like an armor piece, getting these 4 slots early. If you can find a talent, an accessory like a necklace or a ring or a helmet, I would say get those before getting duplicates of your other gear. We unlocked, I believe, a new, yeah, there it is, a new thing here. So for 5,000 gold, you can now revive once. So there's that. And the next revive costs 30,000. It's quite expensive. So this is telling me to crit enemies in a run. We also, let's see here. One of these unlocked the Viaduct. Okay, you have to beat the Wraith Warlord to unlock the Viaduct. Whereas in, you do not have to beat the Haunted Caverns. Yeah, you only have to defeat the Imp Chieftain, which is like the halfway point for the first level. So, some good progression there. Makes you actually defeat a Lord, or you can move on. So we are at, let's see here, 14% experience. We went from 8% at the beginning of the video to 14.7% now. So, and we unlocked one of my favorite characters, the Exterminator. A lot of burn damage, a lot of fun. So, next episode, we also unlocked a Warlock. Next episode, I will use one of these 2 characters probably. Maybe focus on the Warlock. They changed the Warlock, so he has 2 bullets to summon projectiles. So, probably do that next time, and then it levels up, so he gets more bullets, so to say, as he levels up. Base summons there on the Ravaging Specters. They are like kind of like Seeking Chain Lightning type projectiles that move relatively slowly and are technically summons. So, like and subscribe. Until next time, keep on gaming. Have a great day.